Quick update on the S13. I destroyed the firewall, which I showed you in the previous video. It was in dire need of some sheet metal work. I made a post on Facebook, got a bunch of recommendations, brought it over to my buddy Cody Keeble. He knocked it out of the park with his sheet metal work. This looks dialed. So I'm over here now picking this beast up. We got to push it out of his garage, and then it's a mad dash to get this thing ready for No Coast Drift Party. Let me show you the magic.
Hey.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's radical. Yeah, Cody killed it. I dropped it off on a Saturday and picked it up on a Friday. He did this in his part-time whilst moving a bunch of rocks in his yard, so it's mucho appreciated. Went and picked up the car from Charlie Fegan's house. It's been sitting over there. Thank you so much for letting me just keep it in your garage for a long time and not do anything other than take it apart. And now we're over here at Heritage Driven and we're gonna do some work on it for once. Yeah. Also tackled this rat's nest. We had relays on relays on relays. Turned it in to this little clean unit. Powering up that radium surge tank. Got the fans. Got them grounds. How many relays?
That's how they were mounted.
How?
Rivets.
Rivets! That's riveting, Scotty.
Never serviceable part.
That's riveting. We got this new radiator custom made because my other one was exploded. Got all them fittings and this thing. I just drew this on a piece of paper and it ended up being pretty vertical. So that's sick. Scotty's just whelping up some fresh mounting tabs so that this thing will stay in its spot. So not only did it destroy the drive shaft and the axles, and now we come to find out the rear hubs are completely screwed, but there's the carnage inside of said rear hub where the axle stub used to be. Now it just looks like it's a pile of metal rocks. Sick. Oh yeah, and this just threads off. No big deal. So my fueled racing headers got smashed quite a bit, so we're gonna cut these out, these big dents, and replace them with some flat sections of stainless. And sadly, this isn't even the bad side. Yeah, I'm gonna wait on this one until somebody that actually knows what they're doing can guide me like a small child. I also ended up having to order a bunch of stuff. All of my gauge wiring got destroyed, so I had to order a bunch of gauge wiring. I had to order transmission bolts because all of those got destroyed, O2 sensor extensions, and more importantly, a transmission safety blanket. so that that does not happen again. Yay for learning lessons. So on top of prepping my car for no coast, I'm also prepping a 350Z for Mr. Adam LZ, who has been convinced to come join us at the sickest party the Southwest has ever seen. So this 350Z came with a bunch of GK Tech stuff that the guy had bought and didn't install. It was just kind of sitting in the passenger floorboard over there, so I spent all day yesterday installing said pieces. Every single one of these was loose, and one of them is still missing. This thing had more negative camber in the rear than a Stancy Boy car, and the Aussies came over here and drove it, and we were going through a set of tires every like half a lap. So I converted the rear to single coilover and put the rest of the GK Tech arms on there. So now we can actually get it aligned and get some of that damn negative camber out of the way. Oh yeah, and his exhaust fell off. Except for the bolts are still there. Suspect! I've also been collecting pallets for No Coast. As you can see, I've amassed quite the collection. Gonna be lighting these ablaze, pouring one out for the homies. So that's it for this update. Hopefully we'll be jamming on the car some more this weekend. I really want to get it ready for No Coast, but you never know. Gonna do my best. Catch you guys on the flip side for the Scotch and a Beer where Officer Dan was created.